Andrew here with Jesus Tones. I just wanted to make a quick crash course series of videos on gain stages for beginners. How to use overdrives on a pedal board together, and not just like one tube screamer is your only go-to kind of thing. You know, for non-beginners, people who've been around the block a few times, tones will still be had, I promise. So first, let's talk about the gear. First, have this lovely Fender made in Japan 1984 Stratocaster hardtail version. Super cool. Just picked it up a couple days ago. Love it. It sings. And then my other guitar, not so new, for different drive comparison because it has humbuckers. It's my Epiphone Riviera Mini. Mini means humbuckers, not size of guitar, because it's just 335 sized. Love this thing. Whales. For an amp, I'm using a Fender Princeton Reverb 65 reissue blackface, and I have everything mic'd up with Sennheiser E609 running through Focusrite preamp into GarageBand. So let's talk about first stage, gain stage drive pedals. On my board, I use a Walrus Audio Messner, and the lore behind this pedal is that it's named after Reinhold Messner, who was the first person to climb Mount Everest without like a breathing apparatus, so that the clarity of the air up there that he experienced, just the concept of that is what this pedal's based around, just like adding, you know, clarity to an overdrive and letting your guitar signal still breathe with the amp. It sounds good, okay? Other people like to use things like the JHS Morning Glory or the Emerson M Drive, or like any clone as their first stage drive. I have a clone as my second stage drive, so we'll talk about that in the next video. But I like this as my first stage drive. So let's hear it. Really, the times when I go to use a first stage overdrive is when my clean tone just doesn't cut it. Like, the clean tone sounds good, but it's just not coming through in a mix, so I need the drive to add a little bit more treble to the signal, just to cut, and a little bit, maybe a hair more grit, but not really from the gain knob on the pedal, but more the volume knob pushing the tubes in your amp, and that's where the grit's coming from. So here's my clean tone, neck pickup. And that's a great sound. That song I use it on, I just go clean right there. And then later in the song, when I need to fill out more, the drums are coming in, drummers hitting cymbals, so that's just not quite coming through. Playing a part like this. I mean, obviously, this Strat, it'll come through still because it's bright. But for my other guitar, which I'll play on in a minute, I'll play the same song. You'll hear what I mean. But here's the Messner now. Like I said, just adds a little bit more treble, beefs it up just a hair, but really not a lot. It's great. Makes these single coils sing, but doesn't change the character of the guitar. And it is the same way with the humbuckers too. I love this pedal for that reason. But I mean, this is just a great pedal for like having a clean sound that cuts. But it still like rips. It's an overdrive and should be treated as such. Let's hear it with some humbuckers. I'm trying to do this in one take, so sorry. You gotta hang out with me for more than just a few minutes. What a tragedy. Okay, here's the clean sound on this guitar. Back to this song, which is called All He Says I Am. Check it out, it's a great song. Messner. Cool sound. The humbuckers push it a little bit more than the single coils do, but I still think it sounds clear and open. I'm actually on the open clipping setting on this pedal, which is great, but even the closed sounds open compared to like a tube screamer or something. It's cool. I guess I should mention the settings on the pedal are output, unity, gain at 3 o'clock, so you can tell there's not really a lot on tap in this pedal, and that's how it was meant to be. So don't go to it looking for a tube screamer or a distortion or something. It'll push your amp. Output unity is at about 9 o'clock, so you could push your amp with it, but don't expect to like wail on its own. And the color is set right at noon. And I think it makes this guitar sound just a little dark, but I really like that cool contrast if I leave it set, but sometimes I don't leave it set. I'll tweak it a little bit. And it's a darker guitar than a Strat, so what are you going to do? I guess I'll just play a little more for you on this pedal, and then you can leave. Neck pickup. Clean. See you later. I just lost my pick, like right as I pressed record. It's all the way over there, so I'm going to grab one from right here, and then we'll get started. Save that for the bloopers.